Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of It's About Everything. So in today's episode we're going to fix some more LED bulbs. So here you can see I have 3 LED bulbs and they are all of the same brand, and you can see it's written Philips on the side. So they are actually from Ujala, which is a government initiative for affordable LED lights, and it was distributed by government agents all over India. So when these LEDs stop working, people throw them away, but they are really easy and cheap to fix. So here you can see all the details written: Ujala Unnat Jyoti affordable LED lights for all, a Government of India initiative. So we're going to fix these LEDs. So this LED is a little bit more dirty because the third LED, it was in our storeroom, and this is the LED that was fitted in my room, and this is the one that I found on garbage, literally on the garbage can. Someone threw it away, but I can fix it. So let's see. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to clean these LED bulbs. I'm not going to use water because water is not good for electronics. Instead I'm going to use isopropyl alcohol. So this isopropyl alcohol is 70% purity and it's easily available in the chemist shop. So two reasons for using isopropyl alcohol: first, no water because it's electronics, and second, I found one of these LED on the garbage and I don't want any germ to come into my body, so I'm making sure that it's thoroughly cleaned. Okay, so it's nicely cleaned. I'm also cleaning the internal part as well here, which is the light diffuser, because it seems a little bit dirty from inside. Okay, so now it's totally cleaned and I marked each and every one of them. So the right one is G, which is for garbage, and this one is MR, which is my room, and this one is S, which is from the storeroom. So I'm going to use my series connection board in direct connection mode. And I'm going to test these LEDs one by one and see what's the problem. So basically these LEDs go bad because of two problems. First, either the driver is not working or one of the SMD chip is not working. So here I'm testing the voltage output of the driver and it's showing 117 volts, which means about 12 volts per LED package. And each LED package, these yellow dots are LED package, and each LED package has 3 chips inside, so 3 volts or 4 volts each, which means 12 volts, but LEDs are typically illuminated with 3 volts only. So I think the overall voltage will be the overall voltage of the driver will drop once the LED starts glowing. The load of the LED actually pulls back the voltage. So the way I'm testing it is I'm connecting each and every I'm connecting the probes across each and every LED, and if all the other LEDs starts glowing, that means this is the bad LED, and if none of the LEDs start glowing. That means this LED that I am checking is good. By the way, the LEDs will not glow at full brightness, it will just glow a little bit because the current actually goes through the multimeter. It has a huge resistance, so a tiny amount of current goes through the multimeter and the LED illuminates a little bit. So here I'm using this metal clip to short out the LED probes, and now I'm going to short the terminal. So here something magical happens, and I won't say it's a magic because the LED that I suspected was bad was actually not bad. It was the corrosion that happened at the pads where it was soldered. So initially when I poked it with the multimeter probe, somehow it got connection and it started glowing again. So right now I should actually use my hot air gun and re-solder these SMD chips with some soldering flux, but I'm not going to do that because it will take time, and it started glowing and I want to see how long it lasts. So initially I thought of changing this SMD chip, but now it's not the chip that went bad, it's the connection. I can see tiny corrosion marks on the pads. So these two SMD chips and the corrosion is right between them, so that is probably the reason why it was not working. So this one is from our storage. So this is the LED that was actually dirty, and I cleaned it because it was in our storage for quite a long time, about 2 years. And all of a sudden it just started working again with just a poke from the multimeter probe. Okay, so I'm going to test these LEDs for voltage and everything else, because the initial voltage of the driver was 116 volts, but I'm going to test the voltage after it's glowing. So I'm going to use my welding goggles here, because LED glows at higher brightness and I cannot see anything while it's glowing, so I need welding goggles, because with the welding goggles I can clearly see the SMD chips and I can probe it. Okay, so here I am checking the voltage output of the driver, which is 80 volts. So the resolution of my multimeter is not that much, it's really low. The actual voltage is closer to 80.9, and each SMD chips are pulling about 9 volts. So here I am testing each and every one of them. Okay, so right now the SMD chip that was I suspected that was damaged, I was unable to find any voltage across it because of corrosion, but later it was showing 17 or 18 volts. That's because mistakenly I was touching the terminal of the positive terminal of the driver, and after 2 LEDs, I'll show you later why it was showing 18 volts, double the voltage of what it's supposed to show. So all of these LEDs are pulling about 9 volts each, which is about 81 volts total from the driver. So the last chip also showed 9 volts. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I tested it, because you didn't see anything while I was probing all the SMDs by wearing the welding goggles. So first I tested the output voltage of the driver by touching my probes here, and then I tested each and every one of these SMD chips, total of 9 SMD chips. And while I was testing the final 2 SMDs where it showed 18 volts, I actually was testing it like this to check the voltage across it, but mistakenly my probe was touching with the positive terminal, the positive output of the driver, and it was showing 18 volts, which is the voltage across 2 SMD chips, because the voltage goes through the other chip on the top right corner and then through the chip that I am testing right now. So that's why it showed 18 volts. So it was not connecting properly because of corrosion at the pads, and again I'm supposed to clean the corrosion, but I'm not, because I want to see how long it lasts. And it did started working, so let's see how long it lasts. So I turned it on and off multiple times, nothing happened. So this is the one that is fitted into our storeroom, because I marked it S, and this is the one that was actually very much dirty with dust and dirt. Okay, so now I'm going to test these LEDs as well. Okay, so this is the one that I got from the garbage. And it's also showing 116 volts on the driver output, which means the driver is alright. That means one of the chip is not okay, one of the SMD package is gone. So basically each LED package has 3 LED chips in it, and there are 9 packages, 1 watt each. 9 packages equal to 9 watts. So the total. So one thing I forgot to mention is that if you are fixing LEDs such as this one, do not touch the output terminal of the driver, because there is an output capacitor and it's fully charged to 116 volts, and it takes some time for the discharge resistor to discharge this capacitor. If you wait for some time, then the capacitor will be fully discharged, but you can see how much charge it can hold, and it will give you a good shock. So don't touch it. Make sure the capacitor is discharged. So as I was saying that each of these assembly packages has 3 LEDs inside. So actually it has 27 LED chips in total, 3 in each package, and that's why it runs on 9 volt and not on 3 volt. So the LED that I'm suspecting has gone bad is this one. And it's just a visual inspection because I can see some damages, some burn marks on the SMD. And if you look closely, you can see the LED chips inside these packages. So here you can see 3 LED chips in this single package. This package has 3 LED chips inside, 1, 2, 3. I'll show you later how it looks. So I'm supposed to change this LED package, but instead what I'm thinking is, if the third LED has a good LED module, I'm going to replace the LED module with this one. So the proper way of checking it with the multimeter probe is by connecting the multimeter probe across each and every assembly packages with the voltage setting. Because if this particular LED is a particular SMD package is bad, so as soon as you connect your probe across it, all the other LEDs will start glowing. They will not glow at full brightness, but they will glow slightly, just like this one. I'm using a different technique here to actually check it. I'm touching one probe with the negative, and then I'm touching the other probe with individual LEDs to see each and every one of them whether they glow or not. But the best way is touching the probe across a single LED, and if all the other LEDs starts glowing, that means the one that you're testing is not good. But if none of the LEDs starts glowing, that means the LED that you are testing, it's good. So here you can see I'm touching the probes across the defective LED and all the others are glowing. That means this is the one that is defective. So here I'm trying my luck, trying to poke it a little bit more. So I'm hoping it will start working, but it didn't. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to short out my multimeter probes with this clip, and I'm going to connect it across this defective SMD chip and see whether all the others glow at full brightness or not. So here you can see a good one. When I connect it across, it does not work, but when I connect it across the defective LED, all the others start glowing. So this is the SMD that needs to be replaced. So I can either open an SMD chip from the third bulb and resolder it in this module, or the cheapest and the easiest way is replacing the module with the module from the third LED bulb, which I haven't tested yet. So I need to check whether the third LED bulb is okay or not, the module is okay or not, or whether if the third LED bulb has the same defect like this one, then I need to resolder the assembly chip. But if the module is okay and the driver is not okay, then in that situation I can easily replace the module, LED module, in this bulb, and it will start working. And in the end I will be left with one LED bulb which has a defective driver and one LED not working in the module. So this is the third LED bulb, and you can see all the chips, all the packages, LED packages, assembly packages looks in good condition. This is the bulb that was fitted in my room, and you can see all the packages looks good. You can clearly see 3 chips inside each package. So I'm pretty sure the module is okay and the driver has gone bad. So I'm going to check this driver as well, pretty much the same way as I did with the other 2 bulbs. Okay, so here the voltage output is only 25 volts, not very much, which means the driver has gone bad, and that means the module is okay. So I can easily replace this module with the other one, and the second LED bulb will start working. And later I'll think what I'm going to do with the third LED bulb with the defective module, whether I can repair the defective driver and the module. If I can, then I'll make a separate video related to it. So here the driver is not okay, so that means I can change the LED module. I can open the LED module from this bulb and I can fit it on the second bulb. So I'm going to do that in the next video, because this video is becoming really long. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, then hit the like button and share it with your friends, and if you are new, then subscribe to my channel. So I'll see you soon. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.